it's not just the Klaus Schwabs and the Faucis. All of them are the visible. The ones who really plan are behind the curtain. They don't want anyone to know who they are. There are dynasties that have continued since a long time. You know, some of the evidence for this has come out. I mean, for example, World War II documents, you know, after 80 years, they've released quite a bit. And you suddenly realize, hey, some of them are still now. That's right.
And who are some of those people?
The Rockefeller, Rothschilds, multinational corporations. And they tell you, it's all written, it's all laid out. They want one world government, one world health organization that tells everybody in the universe what they may do, and they did it.
Yo, what's happening, man? It's your boy Papa Duck. You already know what time it is. Before we kick this video off, and you do not want to miss this one, very important. Make sure you go to the description of this video, and you can check out some of the books that I, recommend that people get if you don't already have them. Also, the equipment that I be using, doing videos and stuff like that, and just some good information. And also, y'all make sure y'all go to ubuntuapparel.com. Make sure you grab some gear off the website. And I just want to say thank you in advance. Now, like I've been saying for the longest, and I've been telling people for the longest, people think Donald Trump got power. He don't. I mean, he is powerless when it comes to these families. Just like she just said, it's families that you never heard of. And I've been trying to tell y'all this for a while. But we're going to get into these families. I'm going to speak about two of them mainly, okay? Families that are very, very powerful. Let's talk about the Borges family, okay? If you know the painting of white Jesus that's plastered around the world, and this is one of the ways that you can manipulate a colony or a group of people through religion, through symbolism. That's very powerful. And like I always said to my white community, you will never understand how it feels as a young black boy to see Jesus Christ as a white man and walk outside and see a white man. That is scary in ways that they haven't even invented words to express what that feels like. That very painting or that picture comes from Alexander, which is one of the popes, Pope Alexander's son, Caesar Borges, right? There was a painting of him, right? That they say this is what God looks like. Now, I'm finna put all this together for you. And you can ask your preacher, whoever your religious advisor is, ask him where does the picture of white Jesus come from. It comes from Caesar Borges, Pope Alexander's son. That's where the picture comes from. In our whole life, we've been looking at that picture for our whole life and not even know that. But this is how you whitewash people, and this is how you brainwash people. This is facts, okay? Facts. Now, I want you to understand this too. If what I'm saying has no truth to it, which you can go research it yourself. Why did Showtime come up with a show called The Borges? How many of y'all ever heard of that name, Borges, the Borges family? None of people that I've known that ever spoke about any type of religious scripture ever spoke about this family. And I'm talking about one of the most powerfulest families out. Listen, why did Showtime create a show that's called The Borgias? The crazy part about it is I'm finna show you the cover, right, to this show. And if you look at it, look at all the religious wares and symbols and things that's on this show cover. Look at what it says in the middle, small. Sex, murder. Why would they associate this with anything religious? See, now we're getting to the bottom of this shit. Now we're really cooking, we're really getting to it. This family is so influential. This family has produced over 3 popes. Now remember, I told y'all when it comes to the pope, this is where the divine right comes in at. What is a divine right? The divine right is basically saying God owns everything, right? He owns us all. He owns everything. But until he gets back, the Pope has been granted the authority to rule us as a divine right. Now, this is what they say Jesus told them or God told them or whatever. This is the message that they got, that they're in position to rule over us as a divine right. Go look that up. I'll tell y'all about divine rights all the time. So basically, they are put in the position to own us and govern us. But like I said, if you know anything about the Vatican, if you know anything about the books and all the stuff that they have underneath the Vatican that's guarded, and like I always said, and I always spoke about this and said, if the Bible had any significant powers to help us get out of our current situations, and we talking about all people, we would have never been introduced to it. Why? Because they know there's way more influential, powerful books that they're not gonna let us get, that the Vatican have held secret. We're talking about astrology, numerology. We're talking about just different knowledge that they have acquired, right? Stolen, right? That they're not going to give us. But you can get the Bible. Oh, you can get the King James version. Oh, here you go. You can have this. This is everywhere. This is in jail. This is in hotels. This is everywhere. Why do they want us to get that? But they won't give us the real knowledge. See, this is where the rubber meets the road. Y'all must understand. You think the world going the way it's going because, this is the way God wanted it to go? Man, you done lost your damn mind. It doesn't make no sense, bro. But we've been instilled with these programs and these fears and these belief systems, right? To keep us in bondage, to keep us in the position that we're in. And like I say, when you speak of these families, bro, these families are so powerful. They don't want you to know about them, right? So go do your research on the Borgias. And see where the Jesus Christ picture come from. It come from the Pope's son, Caesar Borgias, right? And he was a general commander or something like that. But they took him and made him the image of white Jesus that's plastered all around the world. I don't even know if white people do that. You know what I'm saying? But we get to the bottom of it. All right, so go check that out. Go do your research, and you'll see that this family has produced over 3 popes. We're talking popes. That's how powerful they are. Popes. Next family is the Orsini family. Okay? Very influential. You must understand. Very influential. Okay? And you must understand these are some very, very powerful families. All right? We're talking dating back to the medieval days type, like I try to tell people, you're not a part of the bloodline, right? You're not a part of the bloodlines. You don't understand. This is all about bloodline. Why do you think they came up with this? What was that shit called? The when you can give up your DNA and then you can see about the people that could possibly be in your family. I forgot the name of it. Y'all might know what it is. Something about the family tree, whatever that was. That whole company that got millions of people's DNA. I want for you to find out who your family was, bro. That was to get your DNA. Some people are part of royal families and don't even know it. This is how some of these sudden deaths happen, because these people know. We cannot allow these people to know who they are. Through bloodline. Everything is bloodline. When you talk about the Orsini family, we're not talking about, see, most people know about the Rothschilds and the Bilderbergs and the, who else? Skull and Bones, Masons, and all. This don't cut close to these families. I'm talking about 2. The Farnese family, the Medici family. These are powerful families that you never heard of. That has a lot to do with the way you're living your life, has a lot to do with the religion that you go by, has a lot to do with a lot of things, but you never heard of them. Some of y'all may have, but a lot have never heard of these people. But we running around getting BBLs and shit. You know what I'm saying? We listening to people that's talking about a bunch of nothing that's getting millions of views. It's just all to just keep you thrown off. It's just all to distract you. But what I'm telling you right now, you can take this to the bank. Go do your research on these families, and you'll start to unveil the real deal. You get what I'm saying? And like I say, man, a lot of people are afraid of the truth or don't want to know the truth. Okay? But like I say, bro, it is what it is. All right? And I know I'm touching the surface, but I want y'all to do y'all research, man. I want y'all to go back and see why we're gonna start getting more into maritime law. That's one thing I want to tackle. Maritime law and the law of the land, the two differences, and how it's gonna blow your mind, how it's all connected with having babies and the water in your mama's stomach. Like, this shit it's gonna sound stupid. I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna sound crazy. But I'm just gonna put y'all on game of the demonic ass people that we've been living under for all these years, our whole life. Like I say, everything you know, they the one taught it to you. You in their world. It's just that simple, man. So look, y'all do your research on that. Check that out. You'll see for yourself. And like I say, man, put your comments on the bottom of this. Let's get to cooking, man. Let's start sharing the videos. Cause like I said, I try to get as many views and get some shine on a lot of this stuff. And I need y'all help. Okay? So with no further ado, man, y'all check everything out, do your research, and like I say, in order for you to be found, you must first be lost. It's just that simple, man. And now you're gonna start unveiling. And these are just a few families. I mean a few, but if a family could have over 3 popes in their family, that should let you know the magnitude of the power and influence that these families have. And you never heard of them. But why did Showtime make a damn series about the Borgias? Somebody knows something. And also ask your preacher, ask your pastor, the ones who's been doing it for 20 years and 15 years, and they holy and sanctify all this here. Go ask them, where does the picture of white Jesus come from? And you might say, well, that ain't important. You think? Do you know how devastating that is to a culture? I'm gonna say this and let y'all go. You cannot let a group of people give you a God and expect that God to save you. It just ain't gonna happen. Now you get mad, you can do whatever you want, but common sense just ain't so common. Okay? So listen, man, I love y'all. With that said, I'll catch y'all on the next one.